So today I am super pumped because I wanted to share with you a topic that I am absolutely passionate about, and that is anything can happen. So as I am following social media, I am noticing that a lot of my friends had attended this last weekend, actually, a Unleash the Power Within Tony Robbins event that was in San Jose, California. I totally understand how they're feeling today on Monday after the event, because I went to that event. Actually, I went to Denver back in 2002. And when I got home after the event, my life was never the same. Seriously, I was just buzzing all over the place. I actually got to walk on fire for the first time. It was phenomenal. And I'm sure that they are all feeling that way today. So I thought this would be a really great topic for me to share, because I want to leave you all with one little thing, and that is that really anything can happen. So I wanted to share my story. I went to that event back in 2002. Somebody just gave me a ticket and thought I would enjoy going there. Well, as the days progressed, because as you know, it's a 3-day event, I started thinking, wow, wouldn't it be cool to actually work for this guy? So I went home and, I continued life, but I felt so empowered, and something just really touched me. Then, like about 5-6 months later, I was looking through some jobs and I found a posting for a position with the Tony Robbins companies in Kansas City. Now, mind you, that the Tony Robbins companies are in San Diego, California. So I thought, that's strange. Well, I went ahead and applied, sent my resume, and totally forgot all about it. So one day I get this call about 8 months later, and the person on the line says, "Hi, we're calling from the Tony Robbins companies. Is this Monica?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." Well, I thought they were just selling me tickets for another event, right? And the person said, "Well, we received your resume way back and we are very interested in talking to you." Well, at this point, I thought somebody is playing a joke on me, right? They said, "Well, we are planning an event in Kansas City, and we like to have somebody that could go to companies and speak and promote our event, invite people to come to that UPW event in Kansas City at the convention center." I couldn't believe it. I'm like, are you for real? I had to sit down for a second, catch my breath, and then the process started. I interviewed over the phone, and the next thing, they sent me this script. I had to memorize this 45-minute script that I had to do in front of all these people when I went to different companies in Kansas City. Now, you have to understand something. I never spoke in front of people in my life. I was a very shy little girl when I moved to this country. But when I was in sales, I got a little bit, better, I guess, but never spoken in front of people. So this was going to be a challenge. But I thought, here it is. I asked for it. My dream is coming true. Anything can happen, right? They sent me the script. I studied for 2 weeks. I had 2 weeks to memorize the script. And I would stand in front of the mirror and look at myself and say it over and over and over and over again. Now, because the Tony Robbins companies are in San Diego, they had me go to this conference place in Kansas City where I could actually present and they can see how I'm doing it, right? So I walked into this quiet room with nobody in it, and there was this screen TV there, and I saw 5 chairs, no people sitting there. All of a sudden I see 5 people just walk into the room, all very serious. They sat down and they looked at me straight in the eye and said, "You can start now." So I'm sure that we all have lived this moment where you get so scared that you feel blood rushing down to your feet. That's what happened to me that very second when I heard that lady say that. So I closed my eyes and I told myself, Monica, you really want this. Imagine there is 100 people sitting here and do the best job that you can do. So I started my speech and I was doing my sing and dance and I got excited and I did it perfectly. I finished. They said thank you. They got up. The screen went phew, and I stood in this quiet room by myself thinking, what just happened? This was like a life-changing moment for me. I got in my car, went home. So every day I was waiting for this phone call. I'm like, oh my gosh, well, I wonder if I got this, really? And then I got the call. This person on the other line said, we wanted to let you know that we'd like to offer you the job. They absolutely loved you and we would like to fly you into San Diego for a 2-week training here at Tony Robbins Companies. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. From that point, I got to speak and travel with the Tony Robbins Companies for 3 years. It was from 2003 and 2006. I met incredible people. I actually realized that I was really good at speaking and my speaking career took off, and that's what I'm doing now. So don't underestimate what can actually happen. See, when I was sitting at that event back in 2002, I could have come up with a million excuses, right? I could have said, well, I live in Kansas, I'm a foreigner, their company is far away in San Diego, how is that going to happen? But I just went ahead and did it, and here we go. The rest is history. So be careful what you wish, because it can come true.